Hi, this is Goggett, and today what I want to do is, I know what you're wondering. You're wondering, what the heck is Goggett doing with two watermelons on his table? Is he going to cut them up? Is he going to make some? Is he going to make a fruit salad or cut them up and eat them or what? No, the two watermelons reminds me of a story what I'm going to tell you, and it involves four people, which is myself, my brother, a friend of mine, and a watermelon farmer. Back when I was about, I'll go ahead and start telling the little story here. Back when I guess I was like 17. This is back in my youth. I was like 17, and this was like during the 1970s. My brother would have been 15, and a friend of mine, he would have been about 17. And I didn't have a license to drive. My brother didn't, but my friend did. And my friend's name is Jerry Owens. And I've throughout the years I lost track of Jerry. I really don't know where he's at. Last I heard that he was living in a small town in Texas, and his family passed away, and they had oil wells and everything, and he'd struck oil and got rich, but I haven't uh, seen him since, so I really don't know. I heard that he's pretty well to do now since he's struck the oil in the ground. And I wouldn't doubt it any, because there's some rich land around here, and his family owns some rich land down around Tornado Alley, Texas, and it just if he did, I'm glad for him. But anyway, he had a 1965 Buick Wildcat Convertible, and it was kind of a blue in color. And man, it was a nice car. It was a nice ride. Yeah, he had a nice ride. We used to call him, and everybody he had a nickname. Jerry did. We called him Greaseball, and the reason for that is because he had a kind of semi-long hair, and he never washed his hair. It was always greasy and oily looking and stuff, just kind of gross looking. And I don't know if it's because he didn't wash it or if he just did it. If he doused it with oil, I don't know, but it looked kind of gross. And he was a good friend of my brother's, and anyway, we got together one night, and we decided, well, let's go ahead and cruise around the local malt shop and stuff and see what's happening over there. We cruised around and drug it, just driving around. Nothing going on over here. So my brother come up with an idea. He says, why don't we just go out to a watermelon patch and get us some of them good old Black Diamond watermelons. Black Diamond watermelons, to me, is the best watermelons there is. These are not Black Diamonds, but the Black Diamond watermelons, they grow humongous. They can grow up to 50 pounds or above. I've seen them here in Texas where they're just gigantic. In fact, I think I have a video posted on Black Diamond watermelons my way, and you might want to check it out, because I'm pretty sure I do. I'm pretty sure I do in my repertoire of videos. So anyway, I'll continue with the story now. We drive around and we're bored and everything. Don't know what to do. So my brother says, well, why don't we go out to this watermelon patch? And he knew where it was and everything. And he says, and take us some watermelons. Just go out there. They won't miss them and stuff. And of course, we knew that was wrong. We was trespassing on farmland and all this other stuff. But we decided, hey, sounds like an idea, man. We can eat some watermelon tonight. Sounds like a good idea. So we drive out there in that 65 Buick Wildcat Convertible, and old Jerry turns the lights off, and we kind of cruise, over to where the patch was. well, we get out, and it's on this farm market road, which is nothing but a dirt road. We get out, go over there, and we start mingling around in the patch, trying to find the best watermelons and everything. All of a sudden, we hear a like, what's that? All of a sudden, then we realize that, hey, it's the farmer what owns them watermelons. He's shooting at us. We better get out of here. So me and Jerry books it to the car. We jump in. He jumps into the driver's seat. I remember him jumping in the driver's seat. I just did kind of a swan dive and landed in the back seat, and he takes off. And we got like the tires spinning and the dirt flying, and we driving, and we get on out of there. Well, when we get out of there, we realize that, hey, my brother's not with us. So it's like, well, what should we do? Should we go back and try to find him and take a risk of getting shot, or call the police and tell them what we were doing so we'd get in trouble, or just lay low for a little bit and go back? So that's what we did. We laid low for about an hour. That was the longest hour of my life, because I was like, man, I hope he's not laying there shot in the field, bleeding to death or anything, And I'm like, I'm paranoid and everything, because I'm concerned about my brother. So we go ahead and we start easing on back a little bit, and we have the headlights on and everything, and we're driving down this dirt road, one of them county farm market roads here in Texas. And I see a figure, and I'm like, God dang. I'm like, you need to stop, because it might be that farmer. He's going to start shooting again. But as we was driving, we noticed that he didn't have a shotgun or anything. And the figure walking down the road was my brother. And he was walking down that dirt road, and we got closer to him and everything, and it was my brother carrying a watermelon, black diamond watermelon under each arm. Now imagine that one. We put the black diamonds back in the back of the Wildcat. He got in, sat back. I remember him sitting back like this, because I was in the front seat. He's like this in the middle, and he says, "Okay, let's proceed to the house. Let's cut these watermelons up." Didn't seem one bit concerned about it and everything, and I'm like, kind of like, wow, he got us 2 black diamond watermelons out of the deal. And so we went home and cut them up. And funny thing about watermelons is, anytime you get in like the patch and you take them and kind of snitch them, we call them snitching them. When you snitch them, it always tastes better than when you buy them at the store for some reason. I guess it's because he snitched them, took that chance. And we went home and we cut those up, and we ate, and I mean we ate both of them. And it was fantastic. And that farmer grew some good watermelons. And my brother, I asked him, I said, weren't you scared whenever the shooting started? He said, well, all what I did is I dropped to the ground, and he said, just laid low until he went back inside. Then he said, I got the watermelons, and he said, the rest is history. I tell you what, I wouldn't have done that. But anyway, that was my brother. And talking about my brother, I miss him. My brother passed away a couple of years ago. He passed away of lung cancer, and I really miss him. My brother was my best friend. He was just can't say enough good things about him. We raced dirt track racers. We used to race cars at the track together, and he was an excellent mechanic and excellent welder, and we raced dirt track from 1982 to like 1987, and he built the cars, and he'd build them right, and he knew all the little tricks to it and everything, and we raced out there and just had ourselves a good time. And it's just fond memories, and that's why I wanted to make this video and share with you fond memories of my brother and everything. and fond memories of my youth. Wouldn't do that now. I mean, come on. But back then, everything was pretty cool back then in the '70s, and we had ourselves a time of our life. And appreciate all you people watching the video, and hope you enjoyed this little story. And I have a whole bunch more stories. If you enjoy them, I can share a bunch with you. And appreciate all you subscribers out there. And y'all take care.